What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. Whoa. Post-pandemic workforce. So they're trying to open everything back up, but this whole Delta variant thing, and people just their need to go out into these big public events, concerts, parties, Woodstock type of events. Their need to do that may cause another shutdown at some point, but we shall see. Here's the other thing, though. During this pandemic, you got the eviction moratorium, which is over, and you got people about to be on the streets or in another place that they got to pay for. But on top of that, you also have these people who, because they were making more unemployment, quote unquote, than they were making on their jobs, so they didn't go back to work. So the question that has to be asked is, so where all these people gonna work when the pandemic's over? Where? Can't go back to your job because you quit that one. Did you find a new job? There were a lot of people who became realtors. A lot of, because of the housing boom. Maybe that's over with. You know what I'm saying? For a while. There's another little boom, but it got cold. It might bounce back, but it got cold. So if you didn't make any money with that, now what? What about the people who, PPP loaned it up? How's your business? And if you didn't, actually have a business or start a business or use that for a business, yeah, you about to get locked up. But, what's the workforce looking like? You got the people, like all of the people who are quote unquote essential workers, shout out to Full Circle, they were working the whole time. I'm actually an essential worker, so I was working the whole time too. But you can actually see people at home purposely. You know what I'm saying? Purposely, not playing purposely. And then you got the people who got accustomed to working from home, and they want to keep working from home, and they're going to try to milk it to work from home, and those people are going to get fired at some point. Hate to say it, but, if the office say come to the office and you're like, I still want to work from home, you're going to get fired. I think that's probably one of the reasons for the vaccine might wind up being mandatory, because you're going to work from home. Now, the other thing is, we got to put this in perspective, right? You're going to wind up, people have been furloughed, like people with the airlines, because everything shut down. You didn't need the planes to run as much. But nurses, doctors, they packed. But the problem that people are going to really, really have to deal with is all of those people who were on unemployment, when the unemployment runs out, what are you going to do? Like, have you made a plan? It might be, you think Uber Eats is going to get back popping or Uber is going to get back popping. I don't, as a side hustle or something, I don't know. The people who work in oil and gas and energy, they've been working this whole time. So what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you going to do? And I think that's going to create a bigger issue, because I know, one of the things that's been happening over the summer is when they talk about not just the summer, but the spikes in crime. If you look at a lot of the crime that's videotaped, that's recorded, you see a lot of young kids, like people that look like teenagers. So it's like, why aren't those kids being provided for when they had these stimulus packages and now they're having a little $300 a month given to per kid? How is this not, how these kids are not being taken care of with that? And you're going to come to find out, they had somewhat of a correlation with the BBLers, people flying to get Brazilian butt lifts, or basically vanity, right? People, using this time to try to hit the streets and date and find a baller, and online dating, using online dating to find a sucker. OnlyFans was blowing up, but now it's dying down because you can't sell sex like that on OnlyFans. So what's next? And people don't want to take into consideration that maybe, just maybe, people put their foot in their mouth by quitting these jobs. So now we have these issues where at the end of the day, you have a bunch of people out of the workforce who were benefiting from being out of the workforce, who probably can't afford to not be out of the workforce because unemployment runs out at a certain point. What are they going to do? And all of these side hustles are drying up. So what are they going to do? Anybody, a lot of these people didn't go to coding and IT. So this is going to get ugly. It's going to be, I think that's part of the explosion of people on social media, because people are trying to blow up as a secondary side hustle income. That way they can, make money. But we shall see what's going to happen. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Peace.